Hi besties, welcome to part 2 of this our video. So in today's tutorial I'll be looking at the sewing part of this dress. In our last video I dropped a tutorial on how to go about the drafting, and we all see how we're able to draft the upper part and then the down part. So today is basically going to be the sewing and the finishing up of this beautiful playsuit. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe and turn on your notification bell. So let's get right into the video properly. So this was where we stopped the last time, and then this is our front, right? This is our front. So let's go ahead to unpin it and start sewing fast. So after unpinning it, this is what I have. I cut lining for it, of which I showed in our last video. So I'll go ahead to place the lining right side facing right side like so. Then I'll pin it here, pin it so that it can stay one place. So I'll go ahead to pin the down, the up, and then any other side that needs to be pinned, right? So now after pinning it, I will just illustrate how we are going to be sewing it. So we are going to be sewing just the way you are seeing my hand. I'll sew and then top stitch and turn it, and then sew the side. So for the back, this is what we have for the back. I'll go ahead to remove the pattern and then we'll talk of how we'll sew it. After removing the pattern, this is what we have, one side of the back and the other side. So we'll also use a lining and place it right side facing right side so that we can turn the neckline, and then we'll place a second lining on this. So sorry guys, this is my dress, so I'm using different color of lining because the gold match and even the black match, so I'm just like managing, right? So guys, after turning the necklines, this is what we have. So there's nothing hard that I do here, so I only turn the neckline and then the side. So next thing for us to do is for us to fix the darts before we could iron properly. So while I was while I was cutting, I notched the dart area, so I just folded it in so that I can pick the dart. So the length of the dart is about 6 inches, or just about 6 inches. So I'll just mark it just the way you are seeing it, and then I'll go to the sewing machine, I'll sew it down. So anything I do here, I'll do it to the other side. And then for the front, sorry, the front will transfer the side dart to the waist dart. So the dart will be taken on the waist is going to be bold. So I notched it. So the difference is about 3 inches because the waist dart is 1 inch and then the bust dart is 2 inches. So when you convert them and add them together, it will be around 3 inches. So when I folded it, I have this bulky space for me to sew the dart. So I'll go ahead to sew. So some people when they are done sewing the dart, they can trim it off. So anyone you like, you can do. But for this, I will not trim it up. It's my dress, right? Yeah, it's my dress. So I'll go ahead to sew it down and then I'll bring it. So guys, after sewing it, this is what I have. I went ahead to also match the down part of the front so that it will stay in place. Can you see? So this is what we have, and I've also gone ahead to match the down of the back and then take the dart neatly. So can you see? Yeah, this is what we have. So now before proceeding, let's go ahead to iron it and then keep everything in place. So I'm making use of my charcoal iron. Yeah, this is what I have, and we don't have light, so this is what I have for now. I have to make use of it. So I'm just ironing the neckline to make everywhere straight. And after ironing, guys, this is what we have. Can you see that the whole front is looking so clean, right? Yeah, it's looking so clean. So next thing now is for us to join the shoulders together. So for us to do that, we'll just pin without pinning it first, we'll open up the back to the appropriate side of the front. Can you see? Then we'll place it like so. Then we'll use our pin to secure it. Then I'll start sewing from one end to the other end. So by doing this, your sewing of shoulders is going to be invisible, unlike the regular one we just join and sew. So this one is going to be invisible. So by doing this, we'll go to the sewing machine and run the stitch of 1/2 inch, and I'll do to the other side. After sewing it, do you see what we have? So let's go ahead to open it up properly. After opening it up, this is how it looks, and then the back is looking so clean, right? So this is what we have. See, the back is looking clean. Next thing for us to do is at this sleeve part, this armhole, I'll go to the sewing machine to run a stitch just to match it down very well. After matching it down, this is what we have. Next thing is for us to fix our sleeve. So while cutting the sleeve, I showed you people on in the first tutorial, right? So for the sleeve, this is what I have. I notched the midpoint while I was cutting, so I'll be placing the midpoint to the midpoint of the shoulders, right? I'll place it like so. I'll use my pin to secure it so that I can show you guys how to go about the sewing. And after placing it like so, I'll start plating. I think I made about 4 or 5 pleats, right? I made about 4 or 5 pleats, so I make sure I plait it, then the remaining one will go to the end of the armhole, right? So I'll do it like so, and then I'll go to the sewing machine. I'll sew it all the way down. Anything I do to this side, I'll definitely do it to the other side, and once I'm done, I'll bring it. So guys, after doing the sleeve, fixing it, this is what we have. We are moving right here, we are moving, and I've also done exact same thing on the other sleeve. Now next thing for us to do, I'll just use our pin to secure the back, just like holding them together small, so that the whole clothes will not be looking somehow in our face, right? It will not be looking somehow. So I'm just using my pin to secure the back together so that we can continue from there. Now after securing it, next thing we are going to be doing is we'll just go ahead to open it up like so, and then we'll bring our down pattern. This is the front, right? We'll go ahead to start sewing it just the way I described, and then I'll bring it. So let's remove the paper and keep it one side. So I'll go to the sewing machine. I'll just sew it just the way I am showing it on the screen right now. This is just the way of sewing your pants or your trousers. So after sewing it, this is what we have, right? This is what. So if you note, I didn't sew it down. I just left about 2 inches there. So watch, this is the back. I'm going to remove the pattern, and then I'll go ahead to mark where I'll be sewing, then leaving the extra inches up for our zipper. So I'll go ahead to sew it on the sewing machine, and then I'll bring it, right? I'll bring it. So if you note, while I was sewing the front, I didn't finish exhausting the sewing, right? I didn't finish sewing it, so I'll do same thing for the back. Then when I'm done, I'll bring it so that we all can see it. Now after sewing, did you see that is where I stopped? I stopped about 2 inches before the end of the crotch line there. Now next thing for us to do is to join the front to the down of the front to the up of the front, just the way you are seeing it, right? So I'll go ahead to fix right side, make right side to face each other, just like so, and then I'll place the midpoint of the down front to the midpoint of the upper front, and then I'll pin them together. So this is me trying to pin it right here. I'll pin them together properly, and then I'll go over to the sewing machine and stitch it. And even the back, I'll do the exact same thing. Take the peaks for the back and then align it properly, just the way I did for the front. So you just have to watch carefully. Yeah, just have to watch carefully, then you see the way I'm doing it. So after that, I'll just make sure right side are facing right side. I'll place it, and then I'll sew it together, right? Please, if you have not comment, let me know you are following. So after sewing it, this is what we have. Can you see? This is what we have. Now next thing we'll have to be doing is to, I'm just trying to show you all what I sewed, right? Yes, I'm just trying to show. So now the down part of the trouser, we are going to be joining them together. You discover I didn't finish sewing it up while I was joining the trouser part, so I just joined the laps together, one lap to another lap, just the way you are seeing it. And then can you see? Yeah, so this is the basic way of sewing your trouser. I'll just go ahead to join it together very well and then match. So if you don't understand what I mean, just watch what I do. So lap to lap, I'll sew it down. I'll go to the other side, I'll join the lap to lap, I'll sew it, and then once I'm done, I'll just stitch the part that will be opened together, then I'll bring it so we can continue from there. So guys, after sewing it and matching it, this is what we have, right? So this is what we have. Next thing is for us to join the side together very well. So this is me trying to join the side very well. And after joining it, I'm marking my allowance. I'm using 1.5 inches so that I'll go ahead to sew it together. So watch the way I'll be marking the allowance from the sleeve down to the waist, right? So at the sleeve side, I'm using 1 inch because I don't need enough there and I don't need much or smaller there. So now from that waist, I'll come down by 2 inches, right? I'll come down by 2 inches. So from that side, I'll determine my pocket starting, right? So after that 2 inches, I'll come down by 6 inches to 6.5 inches, which is going to serve as a pocket length, right? So now I'll be marking 6.5 inches, just as you can see on your screen. So from that 6.5 inches down, I'll continue with the 1.5 to the length of our pants. So anything I do to this side, I'll do it to the other side, so that when I'm done sewing, this side will be open and then we'll go ahead to fix our pocket. So let's go to the sewing machine and do that. So guys, after sewing it, this is what we have. Can you see? And then the space is opened for our pocket, and I've gone ahead to sew this pocket. So I'll just go ahead to fix it just the normal way you fix your pocket to your boo-boo. So I'll do that and then I'll bring it. So guys, after fixing the pocket, this is what we have. Can you see? It's so simple and then it's easy. So we are going to be taking it up from here. Now next thing we want to do is we're going to be fixing the zipper at the back. So for us to fix the zipper, we'll remove the pin that we used in securing it before, and then we'll go to the sewing machine and fix it appropriately. Then once I'm done fixing it, I'll go to the sleeve and fold it in with 1.05 inches, and then I'll bring it. So guys, after fixing the zip, this is what it's looking like. And then on the sleeve, after folding the sleeve inside, so let's check how the sleeve is looking like. This is what it's looking like. So next thing now is for us to fix our elastic band inside. So for this elastic band, I'm making use of 12 inches. So I measure where it to stop on my sleeve. On my hand, I measured it, so I had about, I think, 12 inches, right? So I'll make use of that 12 inches because I don't want it tight, so that once I'm done sewing with ½ inch on the two sides, it will come back to around 11 inches or 10.75. yeah. So I'll go ahead to insert it using my safety pin and then pass it through. This is just a basic way of passing your elastic through your channel. So I'll go ahead to pass it fast, then we can see what we have so that we can continue from there, right? So anything I do to this sleeve, I'll definitely do it to the next sleeve, but I'll use one sleeve as an example. So once I'm done passing it, I'll go ahead to stitch it like so, then I'll bring it. So guys, after doing that, this is what we have. I've gone ahead to do it on the two sleeve. So next thing you want to do is, see the way everything is looking so fine, right? We'll go to the down of the dress and then fold it in with about, we added 1 inches of allowance, so we know how to fold it now. We'll fold ½ inches and then we'll fold again. So fold it all around, and after folding it all around, this is what we have. So what it needs now is a good pressing. So I'll go ahead to iron it very well so that it can come in place. And that is all for this tutorial. Please, if you have any question in the comment section, you can drop it and then I will attend to it. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly subscribe, and see you in my next video. And please, will you be recreating this style? Yeah, because I love it. It's so free, comfortable, and yeah, bye.